And we have team coverage of breaking developments on the two officer-involved shootings. Reporter Nico Clemens is standing by in Hampton outside the AMC movie theater where an officer was shot yesterday.
And reporter Stephen Graves is live in Virginia Beach where two officers were hurt while serving a warrant this morning. One shot and the other taken to a hospital. That officer has minor injuries. All
right, and we have a live picture right there from the Virginia Beach Police headquarters. Chief Jim Severa is expected to give an update any minute now, and we'll bring you that as soon as it happens.
Reporter Stephen Graves is live near the home where the shooting happened. Stephen, this is still an active scene, but it appears the immediate danger to the public is over.
Right, Regina. They're still very blocked off here. We have limited access to really seeing what's going on by our camera. But if you take a look, you can see that there's a police vehicle down here. We're at Ohio and Louisa. There's police tape blocking that off. We've seen forensics going up and down Ohio Avenue. As we walked down earlier, we actually saw the investigation surrounds a small garage-like apartment that's on Ohio Avenue where all the action was taking place. But here's footage from earlier this morning at around 7 o'clock. Now, I'm told a search warrant was being executed on that home. Neighbors remember hearing a knock at the door, but no response. That's when officers went in. They say two were hurt outside the home, one with minor injuries. The other was shot in the shoulder, but expected to be okay. Now, as drones were flying overhead, police say negotiations with the suspects lasted for hours, close to 5 hours, before being peacefully taken into custody. We asked a man who saw it all happen to explain what he knows about the suspect.
I think in the past 16 years that I've been living there, I only saw him like maybe 3-4 times. You know, he didn't socialize with anybody. He just stayed up there in his garage.
And back out here live, the police tape, and people assumingly trying to get into the street, but police are blocking it off. Now, we do know, neighbors tell us that man was living in the apartment-like structure behind his mother. We're told they saw the man firing from upstairs at the officers when that knock happened. Now, of course, there's still a lot of questions surrounding this. Right now, we know that that officer was in surgery earlier this morning. We don't know if he's out just yet. That officer with minor injuries, we're told, was in the hospital. We also don't know if he was released. We're trying to find out the suspect's name, age, history, why police were at this home serving the warrant. We hope to get all of that information at this upcoming press conference with the police chief, Jim Severa, and we'll, of course, bring you any updates at 5. Reporting live in Virginia Beach, I'm Stephen Graves, 13 News Now.
All right, we have new information on the officer-involved shooting in Hampton.
We brought you this as breaking news yesterday afternoon. Police say a robbery suspect shot the officer outside the AMC movie theater.
And now we've learned that suspect could be connected to a robbery in Chesapeake. Nico Clemens is live in Hampton to explain.
Janet, police say 4 hours after two men robbed a GameStop in Chesapeake, they targeted this GameStop here in Hampton, which is right behind me. But fortunately, nobody in the Chesapeake robbery was hurt. But as you mentioned, one of the suspects shot a Hampton police officer in the AMC parking lot, which is to my left. Let's get a quick recap of yesterday. The two men robbed the GameStop in Chesapeake shortly after 10 in the morning. They stole money and other gaming items before they took off. A little after 2:30 in the afternoon, officers made their way to the GameStop in Hampton. Police chased the suspects and ended up in front of the AMC. And as police tried to arrest one of the suspects, he shot a police officer. And another officer on scene shot back at the suspect. We do know the officer is at home recovering this afternoon. The suspect who the officer shot is still in serious condition as far as we know right now. I did speak with shoppers earlier today about the incident. They're thankful the officer is going to be okay.
It's real good that he was able to stay alive through the entire ordeal. You know, you wouldn't want somebody dying because somebody decided to rob a GameStop.
And police say 3 people were involved in yesterday's robbery here at the GameStop in Hampton. Again, the one who was shot and 2 other men that police have in custody. We're expecting an update from Hampton Police shortly, and once we get it, We'll bring that to you coming up at 5. I'm live in Hampton. Nico Clemens, 13 News Now.
All right, you can count on us to stay on top of these two big stories. We are still waiting on an update from Virginia Beach Police, and we'll bring you that as soon as it happens.
Look for live updates from Stephen and Nico on 13 News Now at 5.
All right, so now we need to talk about this hot weather.
We are ready for a change, Jeff. Cool us off.
Well, we're going to. Not so much tomorrow, though it'll be a little bit different. It'll start to come down a little bit. But as I take a gander over here at the long-range forecast, I'm definitely noticing some very significant differences. Right now, lots of clear skies out there. We're starting to see a tiny bit of activity on radar. We had mentioned yesterday, and then if you're watching Evan this morning or at noon, said north and west of us, there could be a few things popping up. Well, you can see up here near the northern neck, a little bit of a shower, a couple showers near Richmond. Those are drifting to the east, and apparently our camera view, that's supposed to be the background, just went out on this. But here's the forecast then for this evening. Temperatures starting out really hot, around 91. Then they're going to fall into the 80s by 7 o'clock. So that's still way above normal for this time of year, even around sunset. After sunset, 9 o'clock, 83 is exactly where we should be for this time of year. So a warm and sticky evening. And again, no significant rain chances unless you're talking north and west. And then the odds will be maybe on the order of 20%. The heat does leave us, and we see a cool down coming. I'll talk more about that coming up.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Right now, Attorney General Jeff Sessions is testifying in front of the Senate Intelligence Committee. He is answering questions about the ongoing investigation into Russia's meddling in the 2016 presidential election and President Trump's firing of former FBI Director James Comey. This is a live picture in the hearings. In Sessions' opening statement, he said he wanted to address several issues right out of the gate.
I have never met with or had any conversation with any Russians or any foreign officials concerning any type of interference with any campaign or election in the United States.
Sessions says he was not silent when FBI Director Comey expressed concern on President Trump's meeting. That contradicts what Comey testified about last week. To listen to the hearing, go to 13newsnow.com right now.
Poquoson police are looking for a man who held up a Dollar General store at knife point, and this is the guy that they're looking for. Investigators say he walked into the Dollar General on Wythe Creek Road just before 10 last night, pulled out a knife and forced the clerk to open the cash registers and a safe. Then he grabbed the money and left the store. Witnesses say he got into a burgundy sedan and sped off.